All right, so on this puzzle, I'm playing black, and white just moved their rook from f1 to g1, attacking my queen on g4. We have kind of a queen, well, we have a queen bishop battery on g4 and f3. White's king is super exposed. Mine is more protected on g8, so my king safety is definitely better. Let's look to attack here instead of running away from this rook. So first thing I'm looking at is potentially rook to e2 with check. And if we did that, white's king could go to, say, well, it would have to go in that case to f1, in which case, what's the follow-up on that? We would have to do, my own rook would be in the way of like a bishop check, and then he's got two rooks hammering down on g2, so I couldn't, well, let's just go through that for a second. Rook to e2 check, king to f1, bishop to g2 check. And in that case, let's say he takes with the g1 rook. G1 rook takes my bishop on g2. Then I would have maybe queen to f3 check. And he could run his king to g1, or he could just interpose his rook on f2 in that case. And, I mean, he doesn't have anything to be afraid of because now he's got two defenders on that rook that would be on f2. Ooh, okay, so, and I don't think that's going to work. I don't think it's rook to e2 check because of that. So let's try something else. What if we go, I still want to do rook to e2 check. I feel like there's just something there. I feel like there's this, my intuition's telling me there's something that we could juggle. So let's just keep playing with that. Rook to e2 check, king to f1. And then what if, what would you do here? I'm looking at even sacking my rook on like e1 with like a deflection play, like rook to e1 check, king takes e1, but there doesn't seem to be a follow-up there. Well, hold on a second. that actually works because rook to e2 check, king to f1, rook to e1 check, deflecting the king away from the defense of the g1 rook. So then king takes e1, queen takes g1 now with check, and now he's running. Now he's king to, what's that, d2. He'd have to go to d2, and then we'd follow that up with, oh, that's nice. Then you'd have queen to d1 check, skewering the king and the queen that's on d6. White's queen's on d6. That's crazy. So you have rook to e2 check, king to f1, and then just from playing around with ideas in that scenario, rook to e1 check, king takes e1, queen takes g1 check, king to d2, and queen to d1 check, skewering the white king and taking the queen because my queen is defended by my bishop back on f3. So I'm just going to go through it now that I've calculated the whole thing, and that's got to be the end of the problem. So let's see here. Boom, 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 boom. That queen's mine. This gained 7 points. It's a 2273 rated problem at a 46.3% pass rate. That was a good one. Took me 4 minutes and 36 seconds.